So, a couple years ago, I saw this dumb post on Twitter. I don't really remember exactly when I saw it, but it said, Harry Potter is just British Naruto, and it asked to have it put on a t shirt. Now, being the cringy meme lord that I was at the time, I tried to make it into a t shirt, but I added the official logos because I thought it looked cooler. Unfortunately for me, custom ink is lame, and they wouldn't print it because, quote, I don't own the rights to the logos, or some bullshit. But anyway, I thought it was sort of a silly concept because Naruto and Harry Potter, they're both stories about kids learning magic and defeating evil, so the comparison is really simplistic and it's not really clever at all. But no, it runs so much deeper. You don't understand. Just, okay, look, sit back, relax, and let me explain to you why Harry Potter and Naruto are the exact same goddamn thing. Okay, here we go. Let's start with the basics. Naruto equal Harry. Harry is a Horcrux. Voldemort left a part of himself sealed inside Harry after attempting to kill him. Naruto is a Jinchuriki. He had part of the Nine Tails sealed inside of him after it attempted to kill him. It was the love and sacrifice of Harry's mother that allowed him to survive the killing curse. It was the love and sacrifice of Naruto's mother and father that allowed him to survive the Nine Tails attack. Harry is left with the lightning-shaped scar on his forehead, a unique visual mark that distinguishes him from his peers. Naruto is left with the Nine Tails whiskers on his face and the seal mark on his stomach, a unique visual mark that distinguishes him from his peers. Later in life, Harry is almost killed, but the evil that's sealed inside of him actually allows him to survive miraculously, and he eventually wins the day. Later in life, Naruto is almost killed, but the evil sealed inside of him actually allows him to survive miraculously, and he eventually wins the day. Again, and again, and again. During his teenage years, Harry gets a chance to meet his deceased parents, but only in an ethereal form. During his teenage years, Naruto gets a chance to meet his deceased parents, but in an ethereal form. Early on in his magical education, Harry learns the disarming spell, Expelliarmus, which he keeps as his signature move. While it may be a simple spell, he uses it more frequently and creatively than any other wizard, and it allows him to land a decisive blow on the final villain. Early on in his ninja training, Naruto learns to create shadow clones, the Kage Bunshin no Jutsu, which he keeps as his signature move. While it may be a simple jutsu, he uses it frequently and creatively, more so than any other ninja, and it allows him to land a decisive blow on the final villain. As a child, Harry is a part of a trio of students, including his best friend Ron and Hermione, a brainy, book-smart girl who also happens to be the worst of the trio in battle confrontations. In the end, Ron and Hermione end up together. As a child, Naruto is part of a trio of students, including his best friend Sasuke and Sakura, a brainy, book-smart girl who also happens to be the worst of the trio in battle confrontations. In the end, Sasuke and Sakura end up together. As an adult, Harry takes his place as a department head in the Ministry of Magic, a high-ranking government job that speaks to his proficiency with magic. He and his best friend Ron completely revolutionize the Department of Magical Law Enforcement. As an adult, Naruto takes his place as the 7th Hokage, a high-ranking government job that speaks to his proficiency with ninjutsu. He and his best friend Sasuke completely revolutionize the shinobi world. Despite his success, Harry's son Albus comes to resent him. He believes his father Harry was always a gifted hero, and struggles with living in his shadow. Eventually, during an adventure involving an incredibly powerful evil from the past, Albus realizes that his father's journey was addled with hardships and pain, and comes to respect him. Despite his success, Naruto's son Boruto comes to resent him. He believes his father Naruto always was a gifted hero, and struggles with living in his shadow. Eventually, during an adventure involving an incredibly powerful evil from the past, Boruto realizes that his father's journey was addled with hardships and pain, and comes to respect him. Whew! Okay. Convinced yet? No? Seriously? What the hell is wrong with you? Okay, alright, look. Snape, Orochimaru, they're the same guy. Not exactly, but they serve the exact same purpose in the story. Orochimaru coveted something Naruto's dad had, the role of Hokage. He acts like a creepy weirdo kid diddler through most of the story. He kills Naruto's grandfatherly role model, the 3rd Hokage, who was his old teacher, only to kinda sorta get redeemed at the end, but not really. Snape, he coveted something Harry's dad had, Harry's mom. He focuses all of that creepy incel rage into being a weirdo through most of the story. He kills Harry's grandfatherly role model, Dumbledore, who was his old headmaster, only to kinda sorta get redeemed at the end, but not really. Neville Longbottom is Rock Lee. They're both the goofy side character who is useful exactly one time in the story, but had the potential to be the hero of the story in an alternate timeline. Madara and Voldemort. They're both the evil mastermind who plotted the whole story out from the beginning. Duh. They both left pieces of themselves scattered about the world so that they could revive themselves after death, the Horcruxes and Madara's Rinnegan. They both have a legion of powerful soldiers at their disposal, the Akatsuki and the Death Eaters. They both stand completely unmatched in their power, and at the end, they both lay dying, surrounded by the heroes who defeated them. Still not enough? Fine. This will lay it all to rest, trust me. Kakashi is Sirius Black. Sirius Patronus is a dog. Kakashi made a summoning deal with dogs. Kakashi's family was disgraced after his father broke the ninja code and killed himself. Kakashi was blamed for killing his teammate Rin, even though he did it wasn't actually his fault. Sirius was put in prison for ratting out the Potters and killing Muggles, two crimes that he really wasn't exactly guilty of. They both die 2/3 of the way through the story. Sirius dies in Book 5 and Kakashi dies in the Pain arc. Sirius is killed by his cousin, Bellatrix Lestrange, and Kakashi is killed by Pain, the student of his grandmaster, his spiritual cousin. Shut up, it works. Naruto Uzumaki. Harry Potter. They are the same goddamn thing. So what does this mean? Did Kishimoto copy Rowling? I mean, she was publishing books 2 years before he released the first chapter of Naruto in 1999. That has to explain it all, right? Wrong. Kishimoto was asked about the various similarities between the two series in a 2014 interview, and he had this to say. I've never even read the Harry Potter books. When I started getting fan mail that said my character reminded them of Harry, though, I started to wonder, and I had to take a look at the first movie in the series. Then it made sense. You've got Harry, Ron, and Hermione learning together at an academy for magic. That was somewhat like Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura in my work. See, he's never even heard of Harry Potter before it was pointed out to him, and we know that he can't be lying because he's morally bound by a strict sense of Japanese legalism. So, J.K. Rowling must have been the one who copied Kishimoto. Harry Potter is a ripoff of Naruto. But that doesn't work, because she published the books before he ever started writing the manga, right? Wrong. Rowling copied Kishimoto. Oh, she copied him all right. And you want to know how? It's all so simple when you just stop and think about it. How did J.K. Rowling copy the work of a series that hadn't even been written yet? Easy. She used a time turner to go forward in time roughly 20 years, copy the latest worldwide phenomenon, a little Japanese production called, maybe you've heard of it, Naruto, and then changed all the names and published it for herself. Easy $1 billion, no sweat. All that weird shit she tweets about, wizards used to just shit their pants all the time, Voldemort's snake is actually a whole entire woman and nobody knew about it. That is what her original ideas really look like. All the good shit from the books that you grew up with as a kid, that's actually about anime ninjas. I wrote it all on a napkin. Yeah, a napkin from Ichiraku Ramen, you lying sack of shit. Anyway, I made this whole video to let you guys know that I'm selling my own completely legal t-shirt that tells the truth about Haruto Uzumaki, the Jinchuriki who lived. Buy today at your local Walmart. Akio Rasengan, holy shit!